Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Music Mondays podcast. I'm your host, Zom Slays. Welcome on in, my friends. Happy Monday. This is episode 263 of the Music Mondays podcast. Hope you had a good week. Hope you're chilling. Hope you're well. But again, we are here live on another Monday, my friends. I hope everything is good, man. For both Sunday was yesterday. W performance out of Bad Bunny. That was fucking sweet to see. Yeah, like I said, I hope everybody's been good. I hope everybody's been chilling. But another show um, commences tonight. So let's get into it, my friends. Couple things to go over. We're gonna do some weekly recap stuff. We're gonna talk about what's coming on Music Mondays over the course of the next week or so. A couple things on the agenda tonight, and then of course we got some reactions and reviews ready to be fired off. So let's do some weekly recap stuff. Let's start there. Let's talk about what you might have missed at Music Mondays over the course of the last week or so. So let's get into it. Per usual, Music Money's basic logo t-shirts are available and in stock right now. We still have smalls, mediums, and larges available, $20 including shipping. Obviously, United States only. Just so that way you guys don't get destroyed by shipping costs, right? And again, like I said, we still have larges, we still have smalls, and we still have some mediums. No extra larges are left. So, apologies to anybody who needed an XL, but you should see a post go up about the leftover Music Money's merch relatively soon as well. So again, keep your eyes peeled for that. That'll be an update for all you guys over there on social media as well. And then, per usual, Music Monday's early access Patreon content is available right now on our Patreon following a live show every single Monday. So again, if you're looking for the show in high quality, whether you want to clip it, record it, download it, or anything like that, that is available right now on the Music Monday's Patreon. So definitely go check that out and go show that some love. And again, just like usual, tonight's show will be available on the Music Monday's Patreon as well. Again, that's just for you guys to be able to clip record it or anything like that, or you kind of want to make any content with it. That's completely fine as well. So that is available on the Music Money's Patreon. So definitely go check that out. Let's see here. So that was Tuesday, and then of course submissions open every single Tuesday for the following week's show. So again, if you're looking to submit for episode 264, submissions will be live tomorrow, February 10th. So again, if you're watching this live, submissions will be live tomorrow. If you're watching this anywhere else, submissions are already live. So definitely go check that out and drop your links and portfolios below. That was Tuesday. Heading into Wednesday, SoundCloud Sunday submissions do open every single Wednesday. So again, keep your eyes peeled for that. Make sure you follow us on social media. If you want to get involved in any of our playlists or the Music Money's podcast. And again, SoundCloud Sunday submissions do open every single Wednesday. And of course, we cap off Wednesday with a little bit of audio promo, per usual, because again, the following day, the audio version of the Music Mondays podcast does go live on all audio platforms. So again, keep your eyes peeled for that. And of course, just make sure you follow us on social media, stay up to date. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Blue Sky, Threads. We are everywhere. So again, make sure you follow Music Mondays on your preferred social media platform. So that was Wednesday, pretty stacked Wednesday per usual. Heading into Thursday, episode 262 of the Music Mondays podcast is available right now on all audio platforms. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all that good jazz. So definitely go check that out and go show that some love. And huge shout out to everybody that did submit to episode 262. You guys are fucking wonderful. That is available on all audio platforms. Let's see here. So that was Thursday. Heading deeper into Thursday, brand new YouTube upload is available right now on the Music Mondays YouTube channel. Our 2026 spring preview segment that we did last week is available on the channel, so definitely go check that out if you missed that. We're gonna break down the next coming weeks and the next couple of months when it comes down to Music Money's content and things like that, and just gave you guys a little bit of a preview over there on the YouTube channel, so definitely go check that out and go show that some love. So that was Thursday. Heading into Friday, a brand new article is live by the homie Jaded, Music Money staff writer and extremely talented artist Jaded. They did a quick album review, so definitely go check that out and go show that some love. We always love a new Jaded piece, and of course we've been cranking out pieces over there on the Music Money's website. So definitely go show a lot of all of the recent pieces some love for sure. Shit, go go show everything some love over there on the Music Money's homepage, man. So that was Friday. Heading into Saturday, episode 262 of the Music Mondays podcast is available right now on the Music Mondays YouTube channel. So again, if you prefer the YouTube version, you just want to go, slap it on the TV, you want to go put it on the background or anything like that, that is available on the Music Mondays YouTube channel right now. So definitely go check that out and go shout out some love. And once again, huge shout out to everybody that did come through and submit for episode 262 of the Music Mondays podcast. So, That was Saturday. Heading into Sunday, SoundCloud Sunday Volume 225 is available right now on the Music Money SoundCloud. Huge shout out to everybody that did submit to SoundCloud Sunday. That was curated by me, and of course the cover art was designed by me as well. Huge shout out to everybody that did support SoundCloud Sunday. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you. And once again, SoundCloud Sunday submissions do open every single Wednesday, so make sure you go follow us on social media and stay up to date with all that good jazz. Okay. So, that leads us into today, Monday, February 9th, 2026. I'm your host, Tom Slays. Welcome on in, my friends. Happy Monday. That is your weekly recap. And that's pretty much everything you missed over the last week or so here at Music Mondays. So, W recap. What else do we have to go through here? What's coming on Music Mondays over the course of the next week or so? So, definitely a few things to talk about here, per usual. Again, like I said, in the background, I've been working on our graphic refresh when it comes down to our 2026 graphics. So again, a lot of our social graphics, logo will be staying the same, but a lot of our social media graphics, our TikTok graphics, our promo graphics, all that good stuff, those will be getting an update relatively soon. That's something that I'm working on in the background as well. So again, first things first is definitely the graphic refresh when it comes down to Music Mondays. And then once that's all said and done, we have a new intro, a few more things for the stream and things like that. Then I think we're gonna dive into a little bit of Cyberfest 3 stuff. So again, definitely keep that on your mind because that will be coming up relatively soon as well. I don't think we're gonna get to it in quarter 3 when it comes down to January through March, but I'm definitely aiming for like a summer show for sure. So I think Cyberfest 3 will be coming up rather quickly. So again, keep that in mind if you're interested in performing. We'll definitely be reaching out to a few artists and make sure that you guys keep your eyes peeled for that as well. Per usual, I'll be updating you guys here weekly on the show when it comes down to any important Music Mondays updates, right? So again, graphic refresh, Cyberfest 3 stuff, and then outside of that, I think we're going to continue on with recruiting, and a lot of our weekly and monthly content will be staying the same as well. Then, of course, we'll be bringing back a lot of our older playlists, a lot of our older video segments, right? Feature Friday, Workshop Wednesday, the breakdown, underground classics, across the pond, things like that, right? So we have so many segments that we definitely want to continue on and make sure that we keep up with. So again, keep your eyes peeled for all that good jazz. But that's pretty much everything crazy coming over the next couple weeks or so here at Music Mondays. Nothing like super insane to keep you posted on. Like I said, I'll be updating you guys weekly here on the show. So again, make sure you tune in. Make sure you go watch the rebroadcast back and all that good jazz because again, we are updating you guys weekly here on the show, per usual, right? So, that's pretty much everything major coming out of Music Mondays over the course of the next couple weeks or so. So that's that. Let's see here. So what else do we have to go through? Let's talk. So we did weekly recap stuff. We did what's coming on Music Mondays over the course of the next couple weeks. Let's talk recruiting. So per usual, Music Mondays is recruiting. Now, we are on the hunt for all of our Music Monday staff roles, my friends. If you're a writer, journalist, curator, designer, or anything like that, you want to do short form media, you want to do long form media, you want to do anything like that when it comes down to the Music Mondays content and a lot of our platforms, definitely let us know. Send us an email. We'd be happy to have that conversation with you. And again, per usual, resume definitely preferred, but not required, right? If you're kind of new to the underground independent media space and you want us to kind of show you the ropes and get your feet wet, we'll be happy to do that as well. So again, send us a message, send us a DM, send us an email. We'd be happy to get that conversation started for you as well. And again, we do have a 2025 Music Money staff role guide where I kind of break down all the Music Money staff roles in a little bit more detail. I talk about your scheduling, your content, and things like that. So if you want to go check that out, that is available on the Music Money's YouTube channel. And again, we'll be updating that for 2026 as well over the next couple weeks or so. So you should definitely see a segment like that here on the show over the course of the next couple weeks, for sure. So that's recruiting. Outside of that, Music Mondays is on the hunt for exclusives. So again, if you have an unreleased SoundCloud track that you'd like to have hosted and promoted on the Music Monday SoundCloud, and of course across all of our social media for completely free, definitely let us know. Send us a message, send us a DM, send us an email. We'd be happy to get that hosted for you. Again, we're only interested in unreleased material, so feel free to do whatever you want with the track afterwards. You want to go put it on all platforms, you want to go do a music video for it or anything like that, that's completely fine as well. We're only interested in the SoundCloud version. And then, of course, same goes for YouTube as well. If you have an unreleased YouTube exclusive that you like to have hosted, whether it be a music video, an AMV, a lyric video, or anything like that, definitely let us know. Send us a message, send us a DM, send us an email. We'd be happy to get that hosted for you on our channel of over 300 subscribers, and of course, promoted across all of our social media for completely free. So definitely let us know. Send us a message, send us a DM, send us an email. We'd be happy to get that promoted for you, my friends. So that's exclusive stuff. Wow, yeah, we actually cranked through content today. Let's see here. So we did recap stuff. We did what's coming on Music Mondays over the course of the next week or so. We did recruiting. We did exclusives. Yeah, I think we're good to go, my friends. I think we are good to go. So we're going to do a little bit of a segment here where I break down the Music Mondays podcast, per usual. So again, we're going to get the 2026 guide fully up and completed for the Music Mondays podcast. So per usual, let's go head over to Twitter and let's go see what we have here. So pop over to Twitter to see what we got. All right, you guys know the drill, man. Per usual, tweets are always in the same format every single week. You guys know that. But we're gonna go take a trip down memory lane here. It's been a while since I've actually like explained this story. I think it's been like at least like a year or so, like maybe like 2 years. But I'll try to keep it relatively short and sweet. But when it comes down to the Music Mondays podcast and the Music Mondays platform in general, you know, I explained this at the Music Mondays Awards, and I explained this a few times, right? So I'm not gonna like dive into super detail, right, and take up too much of the show's time. But the Music Mondays podcast, how did it become a thing? Where did the concept come from? Why did we take submissions on Twitter and things like that, right? So lots of questions that we do get, and this is definitely for anybody who isn't familiar, right? So I started the Music Mondays podcast back in 2021, I think 2021 or 2022, and it was the first time that I was an independent journalist that was actually freelance, right? I had left the company that I was with for, actually, I kind of founded as well, but I was with them for probably like 3 or 4 years. And then the first time that I was a freelance independent journalist was like 2021, 2022 ish, right? And then initially, I didn't know what to kind of do with my time, right? Because I didn't really like have a platform to publish on. I didn't really have any like drive or incentive, right? So I was like, fuck, I need to do something with all this content, right? Because I just felt like I had so much information and so much tips and tricks to give, and you know, the underground environment was super different back then as well, right? You know, you're talking like 5-6 years ago, and yeah. Initially, the idea for Music Mondays didn't come until I started to do the show, right? Because I did the show first, and that's what's very interesting about it is initially I uploaded, I think like the first 20 episodes of the Music Mondays podcast are actually on the Zom Slays channel and not the Music Mondays channel, right? Because I didn't know what this was actually going to look like. I just knew that I wanted to have a podcast segment where I gave, you know, underground independent artists tips and tricks and talk about underground politics and, you know, the music scene at the time and things like that, right? So it would be a more like a current, like up to date show, so to speak, right? And then eventually I got the idea. I think one of my homies suggested it or something like that, where I was like, damn, we should probably start reacting to music, right? And because I think like the first like 10 episodes of the Music Mondays podcast was just me yapping. It was just me literally yapping about, you know, the state of the underground, what about this, old stories and things like that, right? And then I was like, okay, like let's use this time a little bit more wisely here and let's kind of give some artists a chance to shine, right? So initially we started taking submissions relatively early for sure. Like I said, probably like the first like 20 episodes or so. And you know, the thing is like I didn't really like it was interesting because I think curating the music first was kind of interesting to me because I was curating on the Zom Slays account, right? Because like Music Mondays didn't have a logo. It wasn't even born yet. It was just a show where I was just kind of talking about, like I said, the underground politics and things like that, right? Music politics, that is. And initially, like even the first name was like Zom Slays Music Mondays, you know, like it was a very like Zom Slays thing, right? It wasn't its own brand yet at all, and that's what was interesting about it. And then eventually when I started taking submissions on the Zom Slays account and people were kind of wanting me to react to more and more music, I was like, all right, shit, this is starting to become a thing, right? And I was doing it on like a monthly basis, and then I got up to like a weekly basis, and then eventually, you know, we started having like Music Mondays regulars, especially by like the time 2022 rolled around. So we've always taken submissions on Twitter, whether it be through my account or again through the Music Mondays account that you guys know today. And the reason being for that, right? Because again, this is 2021, so there's no Blue Sky, there's no Threads, there's no alternative, right? Like Twitter's the only real text-based platform where you could kind of um, curate from all sides of the internet, whether it be art designers, musicians, sports people, you name it. Twitter was kind of like the place, and it still is, realistically, right? But it was just easier for us to kind of curate submissions that way. Um, just so we could have them all in one spot. And again, this is a live show, right? So again, we wanted to keep things free flow and make sure that we had all the submissions in one spot, right? Like, if somebody submits over on Instagram and then there's the Discord submissions and then blah, 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 right? We're pulling up 50 windows just to get through all the submissions during a show, which just isn't practical, right? It's just not practical. It makes for a boring show. It takes me longer to pull up submissions and things like that, right? So it keeps the show relatively free flow as well. And then, of course, it kind of brings everybody together. So that's why we do take submissions on Twitter. I don't see that changing in the foreseeable future. Again, just because this is where our community is, right? This is where a lot of people's communities are. We might alternatively like open submissions in like another fashion, right? Like take submissions from like two different places, like whether we take submissions on Blue Sky and Twitter or, Threads and Twitter and X, Y, or Z, right? So, that's kind of up in the air as well. But again, Twitter's always been our home. It's kind of like the foundation of Music Mondays, right? So that just makes our job easier, right? So that's why we do take submissions on Twitter. And then of course Music Mondays kind of rolled into what you see today. Long story short, right? So outside of that, how you do submit to the Music Mondays podcast is as follows. So per usual, tweets are always in the same format every single week. The only thing that does change is the date. So again, make sure you double check the date and make sure that you're submitting for a show that hasn't happened yet. Like I always say, you guys would be surprised at how many submissions we do get that are for shows that are a couple weeks old, shows that are years old, and things like that, right? So we do get a lot of like late submissions like that. So again, make sure you double check the date and make sure that you're submitting for a show that hasn't happened yet. But per usual, tweets are always in the same format. Like I always say, artists and creative submissions are open for live reviews of Music Mondays, live on February 9th, 2026 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/SonPlays, which is here and now. And of course, contrary to our name, Music Mondays, we reacted to pretty much everything here on the show. Obviously, everything from vocals to instrumentals to acoustic covers to remixes to photography, videography, digital art, merch, unreleased music, vlogs, you name it, edits. We've reacted to it, right? So again, feel free to drop whatever it is that you create down below, because again, we do like to kind of cater to a multitude of creatives, right? Because a lot of people are multi-talented. A lot of designers are also vocalists. A lot of vocalists are also engineers. A lot of engineers are also producers, right? So it goes back and forth, and we want to make sure that we give everybody a chance to get your submissions in. So again, if you feel like you deserve some spotlight here on Music Mondays, definitely drop your links and portfolios below. And of course, if you'd like to submit your music artwork, fashion, or digital creation, drop your links and portfolios below. All our forms are welcome. We do have a 3-hour show limit. Again, that's just to keep the show a little bit more palatable to watch back. Again, one could argue that a 3-hour show is still a little bit long to watch back, but it's definitely not as long as some of our earlier shows where, we used to go upwards of like 5 to 6 hours, and it was just insane. So we do have a 3-hour show limit. So again, just keep that in mind. And then again, submissions are free. They always have been free. They always will be free. But the only thing that we do ask is that you're following Music Mondays on Twitter to be eligible. Again, not only does that help grow our platform, but that does pay respect to everybody else that does wait for their submissions to be reacted to every single week here on the show. So again, the only thing that we do ask is that you're following Music Mondays on Twitter before you do submit. And of course, Patreon subscribers submissions are played first every single week here on the show. So if you're subscribed to the Music Mondays Patreon at any tier, whether that be basic, advanced, or premium, you gain access to a multitude of goodies, including early access content. But what you do gain access to is the Music Mondays Fast Pass, which again, for the duration that you're pledged to the Music Mondays Patreon, allows all of your submissions to be played first every single week here on the show. So again, huge shout out to all of our Music Mondays Patrons, man. You guys are wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Outside of that, one last thing that we do have to go through is that submissions do close about a couple hours before the show starts. So again, just keep that in mind. Submissions do close when the show goes live. So again, a good rule of thumb is that if the show is live, submissions are closed. Again, like I said, we are a live show, so we like to keep things free flow and make sure that all of our submissions kind of stay in that organic order, right? Because we don't want somebody to come in, submit late, and then they kind of cut somebody off that's been waiting, for their submission to be reacted to and things like that, right? So again, you have like roughly, I'd say like 6.5 or so days to get your submissions in. So again, plenty of time. But again, just keep that in mind. Submissions do close about a couple hours before the show starts. And then outside of that, we actually did the brand new 2026 Music Mondays how to submit a guide about the show here tonight. So again, that'll be uploaded on the Music Mondays YouTube channel as well. But again, we do have the 2025 version up on the Music Mondays YouTube channel now, where I kind of break down the Music Mondays podcast like I just did in a little bit more detail. I kind of break down the lore and the history, why we take submission on Twitter and things like that, right? So again, definitely go check out the 2025 version before the 2026 version gets updated. Let's fucking get it, baby. So, I think we're good to go, my friends. We are good to go. And we got Ghost in the chat coming through with motherfucking Prime for 13 months. Thank you so much, King. Welcome back. Welcome back to the squad and family. Thank you so much, Ghost. What's good? What's good, my friend? Been here since episode 68. Let's go, man. Howdy, everyone. 68 is crazy, yeah. TDG, well, welcome on in, my friend. Yeah, it was funny. I saw somebody post a song that was like a throwback on Instagram, and I was like, oh my god, we reacted to this on Music Mondays, like, fucking years ago. And I was like, oh my god. And like, it prompted me to go through like the first like 100 episodes just to see like who was submitting back then, who's still here. Like, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty fucking crazy to see. So yeah, huge shout out to all the Music Mondays veterans, man. You guys are awesome. But let's see how many patrons we do have tonight, and then we're gonna get started and dive right in. So we got Jordan here. We're gonna kick off the show with Jordan. And then we got I believe I have 3 tonight. So we got Jordan, TDG, and then we got the homie Ghost as well. Let's fucking get it, baby. Okay. So, let's see here. Alright. Just came back from a sabbatical spin, played a song, produced it, and everyone liked it. Let's fucking go, Ghost. Good for you. I'm glad you had a fun time. That's what I like to hear, my friend. Let's fucking get it, baby. That's awesome. W. Big W. Just in time for Music Mondays. So, our first submission tonight is the homie Jordan, a multi-genre talented artist and producer. Again, has been kicking off 2026 very, very strong. And boy, are they sitting on some fucking crazy shit right now. I will tell you that. But they submitted a track titled Clay on My Hands. Cover art is not final album art. Yes, I got you, my friend. No problemo. All right. Let's pop this open a new tab. Let's see what Jordan has for this week here. 5 hours ago, so brand spanking new. This is a crazy piece, though. I won't lie, this is definitely a fucking crazy cover. Wow. And then like the text here too, that's fire. That is really fire, I'm not gonna lie. That is fucking sick. Holy shit. 5 hours ago. Written by Jordan, written and produced by the homie Jordan. Additional production by Deadlighters. Cover art painted by the homie Michael. Art direction by Make More Creative Junk. Love the credits in the description, man. Love the fucking credits. A lot of people want to work with me. Oh, fuck yeah. I left a little early. Yeah, of course, Ghost. No worries. No worries, my friend. I got you. Let's get into it. Jordan, Clay on My Hands. Let's go.
I find it hard to recognize. I take my hands out the clay. Or should I call this one? Last time I was busy when I came back to this place. This time please forgive me when I say what I should say. Trying to make a living kinda kills me. What an awful scary saying. Like the hourglass to the sand. This was always in the plan. I try to form a shape and call it yesterday. To my surprise, it'll take more to do my best today. It's not a final form, I have so much left to change. But I haven't lost you while I'm losing track of time. Somehow need to tell you thank you, Ernest Fine. You didn't have to say that to me. Now I'm always trying to pay it back to you like it was a loan. There will come a day when it's funny, but for now it's always sunny. I just look up like it's all I've ever known. 700 uploads out now. I was up in the other room way too long.
Oh shit.
If you know how this feels, call me up and play me a song. I'm starting now, but it's not starting over, so it really shouldn't take me that long. Some say time is what heals, but who am I to tell them they're wrong? Who am I if I can't tell you what I want? Starting now, I say to myself, Don't need backup, no help, it's the future now. No records kept, I keep with me all that I can recollect. I broke off from the guidance, the path was too direct. Memories hard to witness, would it be a waste of my time if I wait for forgiveness? Horror stories when I flash back, but I know better than trying to get the past back. Only saving grace by comparison, as I know I'm the only one who cannot move past that. I'll tell the story another day. I've saved time for myself. Form follows function, so there's something to breaking out of a shell. I'm even proud to exhale. I get something out of myself. I'm finding a use. Here's to my wealth. It's in my hand. I find it hard to recognize. I take my hands out the clay.
Wow. Talk about a fucking journey. Great fade out too. Really great. I enjoyed that. Well done. Well done. This is awesome. This is really well done. You know, a very descriptive kind of track, you know, and it almost takes me back to like that very classic early Jordan that we got to react to very early on in the show, right? Because Jordan's had many phases as an artist, and you know, this kind of reminds me of like their OG style, but again, just way more mature, which is really sick. It has that good like poetic style of writing, but also like, you know, how descriptive it is always insane to me, like always fucking insane to me. So let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. We're gonna talk about three things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're gonna talk about vocals. Talk about the overall theme of Clay on My Hands. So, instrumental, produced by Jordan. Fantastic. I mean, simple, calm, peaceful. Nothing that like really stuck out to me as off-putting. I love the sample. I love the structure of it all. It's very, very like, it's just a very peaceful feeling, I would say. So I do love the production on this. Again, sound selection great. Mix is awesome. Nothing like super clashy to overbearing. I mean, Jordan's had a very stellar mix for quite some time, especially if you're talking strictly production. Not really a shocker to me, but something you always want to point out for anybody new here, right? So, instrumental mix fantastic. Instrumental Shining Star could be the sample, right? But I think I'm gonna go structure on this one just because it had such a long build-up, right? I think the long build-up is really what takes the cake here. So let's go structure on this one for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely structure. Let's talk vocals, vocal mix. I would say a very standard Jordan vocal mix. Nothing too crazy going on here, but the levels are good, quality's good. Nothing that I would like really gripe about. You know what I mean? As far as like a solid mix goes. So vocal mix definitely right where it needs to be for sure, especially for Jordan's vocals, right? Vocal Shining Star though, 100% writing and lyrics. It has to be writing and lyrics. No, absolutely, 100%. Flow and cadence and delivery was fun too, but I think the writing and lyrics were just so descriptive that it's like it'd just be a crime to not say writing and lyrics, right? So instrumental solid, definitely structure. Vocal solid, definitely the writing and lyrics. Let's talk theme, aesthetics. It sucks that this is not the final cover because I fucking love this piece. I don't know why. I feel like the like half and half of it is like really insane too, but the text in the top left is super fucking sick too. Like really, really sick. So even though temporary cover art, I still think this is really sick. Yeah, I like this one a lot, but great for like again, temporary, right? Overall theme, Clay in My Hands. You know, you could break this down a couple different ways, right? But when you think about clay and like molding clay and like using clay, and how you can start and stop and restart over and over again and just kind of have like a different outlook or a different design or a different piece, right? And I almost feel like that's what Jordan's kind of comparing not life to, but even like emotions and life. You know, like there's a few ways to break this one down here. So this one definitely has like a little bit more of a deeper theme in my opinion, but again, this is one where you could run it back and break it down a couple different ways for sure, but this is one where I feel like this one is gonna get mixed in like the middle of this project that Jordan's about to put out. You know what I mean? So we'll have to see where this one lands on the track list for sure. But well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to Homie Jordan. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. Make sure you go follow Jordan on SoundCloud, by the way. They're only 10 followers away from 100. That's a W fucking milestone. And of course, make sure you go follow Jordan on Twitter as well. They're only 9 followers away from 420. So make sure you go show them some love in the bird app, my friends. Of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. I think we're only like 3 away from 340, man. We do upload 2 times per week. Every Thursday, every Saturday, full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good jazz over there on the channel. Makes a good show these artists on the channel. Some love, baby. If you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. So, alrighty. Well, let's see what we got here. That was our first Patreon night. Huge shout out to the homie Jordan. Up next is the homie TDG, aka Tiller Grave, a very, very talented hip hop artist and producer. Came through with a track titled Ever After. Ever After, proud by me, album loading Fairy Tales. Album, TDG project, let's go. Only single on the album. Okay. We get a little album preview here. I'm down. Yep, I think that'd be sick. Because TDG's had the stellar single run, especially like in the last half of 2025 heading into the new year. So I'm definitely excited where TDG is about to take things for sure. But this cover is great too. The cover for TDG as of recently has just been fucking stellar. I don't know why. It just came out the cut, and now like some of these covers are just like so sick. Especially last week's was like really sick too. Proud Before, written and mixed by me, a fully independent artist. Let's fucking go, baby. TDG album, damn. Yup. Let's get into it. TDG Ever After, let's go. That's a crazy melody.
Hang my head low like my neck broke. All I am is thorns. I'm a dead rose. It's the end of the way. I need the next row. Before I get death row. Used to fear now. Now I feel low. Walking around with my eyes closed on a tightrope. Reflections, I spite those. What's next? Can't decide though. Hope I find home. Yeah, I'm in a dream with dreams within it. Question is anything seem realistic? Okay, fine, I don't like it, but I'll deal with it. Which voice am I hearing? Many lives all at once. I think I'm getting close to done. Every life I've done, just to finally be a god above. But I feel like I could have already been there. I've lived enough, but I have much more to learn. Cause I'm still a kid who's dumb and only cares for what his flesh wants. I please ask it, not one for love. Try. I die. What is life? Well, it's all your mind. What you want, you will find. Perception is your eyes. Hang my head low like my neck broke. All I am is thorns, I'm a dead rose. It's the end of the way, I need the next road. Before I get death row. Used to fear no, now I feel low. Walking around with my eyes closed on a tightrope. Reflections, I spite those. What's next? I can't decide though. Hope I find home.
Wow. Production was crazy too, man. What the fuck? Holy shit. Wow. This is one of the most mature TDG songs that we've ever reacted to, 100%. Like, you can just tell that TDG's working so hard on every part of their music. Literally, from production to the mixing to the writing to the flow and cadence and delivery. Like, you can tell that they're working on everything at the same time. I just love the production on this though. All right, so let's talk about it. Let's break down. Let's get into it. We're gonna talk about 3 things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're gonna talk about vocals. Talk about the overall theme of Ever After. Instrumental. So the instrumental really fucking shines here. Like, really shines. For some reason it kind of reminds me of like the 90s. I don't know why. Like, not 90s music, just the feeling of being in the 90s for some reason. I don't know why. But love the production. Mixing is fantastic. Nothing super clashy, too overbearing. Nothing that really kind of like stuck out to me as off-putting. I think structure really shines on this one too. Yeah, no real gripes with the mix at all. Definitely not. TDG is known for a very consistent mix, especially when it comes down to their production. So not really a shocker there. Instrumental shining star on the other hand, though. I think drums are pretty underrated here. I feel like drums are definitely up there for me. Structure too, but I think ultimately, for being honest, I think the melody's got to take the cake here on this one. I think the melodies are really gnarly. But again, you could argue a few of those things, but I think melodies for sure. So Instrumental solid, definitely the melody. Let's talk vocals, vocal mix. Again, a very standard, up to par TDG style mix with the vocals. Levels were good again. Um, again, nothing that like ultimately tweaked me out. You know what I mean? Quality was good. Um, yeah, nothing really too much to kind of tweak about, right? So vocal mix definitely right where it needs to be for sure. Um, vocal shining star on the other hand. Uh damn. I mean, you could argue flow and cadence and delivery, right? But I think writing and lyrics. I think you got to go writing and lyrics on this one for sure. For if we're being honest, I think writing and lyrics take the cake here. Definitely, definitely. So, instrumental solid, definitely the melodies. Vocal solid, definitely the writing and lyrics. Let's talk theme, aesthetics. Great, 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 great. I love this cover. Pretzel Advisory, bottom right, TDG, and Ever After in the top middle. And then of course you have this like foggy, almost like late night sort of pic here, right? And again, you guys know how I feel about the IRL photos and things like that. So again, sometimes it's just an artist preference, but I think the edits on this one are fantastic. I love the edits on this one. So for a single, absolutely great for sure. So aesthetics on point. Overall theme. Um, Ever After. Again, there's a few ways that you could break this one down. But I wouldn't dig too deep for a super theme here. This is one where you gotta appreciate TDG's writing and lyricism here, 100%. This is one where you want to pay attention for sure. And again, with this being on the project, I think this is gonna fit really, really nicely with a lot of TDG's recent styles. So I'm definitely excited for a full length album from TDG for sure. So well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to the homie TDG. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. Make sure you go follow them on SoundCloud, by the way. They're approaching 1.1K over there on the cloud. And of course, make sure you go follow them on Twitter as well. They're only 10 followers away from 170. So make sure you go show them some love on the Bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 340 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and all the good jazz over there on the channel. So make sure you show these artists in the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. If you already have, thank you. Get it, baby. Get it, TG. Well done, my friend. Well done. So we left off with the homie TDG. Up next is the homie Ghost, a multi-genre talented producer, has been really killing it, especially at the top of the year in 2026. But they have a stash of instrumentals that we've been going through recently. And we have a little bit of an R&B vibe from the homie Ghost. So I'm down. Let's see what we got here. Ghost submissions recently have been fucking gnarly. Absolutely. So I have no doubt that this will be insane. That was crazy for real. Yeah, no, I agree. Gonna be a crazy one. Philosophy theme. I'm excited, TDG. I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. Definitely have to react to all the tracks here on the show. Absolutely have to. But we have some unreleased Ghosts here, and it's got a little bit of an R&B vibe. Let's see what we got here. I think it's been a while since we've had some R&B Ghost. You know, R and Ghost, if you will. Let's get into it. Fuck. Wow. The drums are gnarly. Holy shit. Love the vocal sample. The slow come up. Wow. shit hits. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Holy fuck. Let's go, man. Structure's great too. Comes in so hard. Wow. Holy shit. 808 slide is something I want to try and sounds sick in my opinion. No, it is really sick. It has like a good like I don't know. It like tickles the ear in like a certain way, man. It's crazy. I mean, my favorite from her for me on the show, man. That's tough for me because we've had so many ghost bangers, man. I don't even know where this one goes, but this one is crazy. This one really is fucking gnarly. Um, this one's gonna be tough to break down, man. But let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. So, um, we're gonna talk about two things here because obviously no vocals. We're gonna talk about the instrumental, and we're gonna talk about the overall theme of this R&B type of instrumental. So, mix. With how much is going on, the mix is actually really crispy. Like really crispy. You know, sometimes when you want to get ambitious with certain tracks and instrumentals, you know, a lot of the times the mix will give you a really hard time. And this one's very much on point, despite how much Ghost did to this track, right? So I do love the mix. Nothing clashing, too overbearing. Sound selection's great. Structure's great. Nothing that really tweaked me out, right? Especially in terms of like levels and quality. I think Ghost absolutely smashed this for sure. So, no gripes on the instrumental mix. Definitely not. But, instrumental Shining Star. Yeah. This one is tough. This one is definitely tough because I mean, structure's up there for me. You guys know I'm a sucker for structure. Drums are fucking gnarly on here, for sure. And then ultimately, you could argue the melodies too, and the vocal samples really well utilized. Shit. If we're being honest though, I think we gotta go drums. The drums are nuts. Like the drums are actually fucking nuts. Start to finish, the drums are gnarly. Structure's up there for me too, but you gotta go drums on this. The patterns, the sound selections, the 808, like you definitely gotta go drums on this for sure. So, instrumental solid, definitely the drums. Let's talk theme. Aesthetics obviously unreleased, so no cover art yet. Overall theme, it does have that good R&B vibe that Ghost was going for here. I feel like it does have that good like heroic, on the come up, almost like Rocky style kind of feel, right? It's a very like a motivational kind of instrumental. So I could see an artist like really writing their ass off on this, or honestly, even as an instrumental on its own, it's fantastic, right? As we just listened. So, well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to Homie Ghost. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. Make sure you go follow Ghost on Twitter, by the way. Ghost is only 10 followers away from 540, so make sure you go show him some love on the Bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 340 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and all that good jazz over there on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists and the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. Much love, my friends. And of course, that does conclude all of our Music Mondays Patrons for the night. So huge shout out to all of our Music Mondays Patrons that did submit tonight. You guys are fucking wonderful, man. Thank you. And definitely go check out the Music Mondays Patreon if you're interested. Lots of good stuff over there. You need an artist? I'm all in. Let's get a TDG. A little TDG Ghost action, man. Let's fucking go. But our first community submission of the night is the homie Jaded, a very talented, multi-genre talented artist and producer, came through with a lyric music video, a little AMV. Okay. New AMV dropped. If you want to run it, my best AMV so far out of like 3 or 4. And we got a little Prod Flux on there too. And again, it's been a while since we heard from the homie Jaded. Again, a very talented multi-genre artist and producer, and of course, Music Monday's staff writer, Jaded. Let's see what we got here, because again, it's been a little while. It's been a little while, so let's pop this open a new tab. Let's see what we got from Lomi J, man. All right, let's give it a quick pause. Go 720 just because we're streaming. Full volume 7 days ago, so brand spanking new. Let's see here. Lots of love in the comments too. Love that. Perfect. I'm down. Let's get into it. Jaded Oathkeeper, a Prod Flux, a Lyric, A and B. Let's go. Who doesn't like Little Kingdom Hearts, eh?
They can take your world, they can take your heart, cut you loose from all you know. But if it's your fate, then every step forward will always be a step closer to home.
The editing is so good. I love the editing. This is sick. This is actually really fucking sick. Jay was right, man. I do love the editing on this a lot. Wow. Holy shit. Well done. That was great. That was really, really great. I mean, it's so hard to make, you know, um, lyric videos and AMVs like really original and like entertaining now. You know what I mean? Because people have just done them time and time and time and time again, right? But this one brings this one brings a little bit of a new spin on it, and I like what Jay did with this. I really, really do. Well done. Well fucking done. I'm down. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. The artist is gonna kill it, and I can't wait. Yeah, no, that's gonna be sick, Ghost. 100%. 100%. And yes, well done on your submission. It's fucking crazy. Um, but yeah, we're gonna talk about three things here. So we're gonna talk about the instrumental, we're gonna talk about the vocals, and we're gonna talk about the AMV. So let's break it down. Um, let's talk instrumental. Obviously, Prod Flux. Flux, a Music Mondays veteran. We've hosted a few of their tracks over on Music Mondays, right? So we've done a lot of work with Flux, so we're pretty familiar with their sound, right? But I do love the choice out of Jaded for this instrumental. The Flux production on this is just insane, though. Like really, really insane. But let's talk mix. So again, mix is great. Nothing super clashy, too overbearing. Nothing that kind of like tweaked me out, right? Sound selection was good. Jay sounds good on it. Levels were good. Quality, yeah, like nothing really that like kind of stuck out to me as off or kind of weird, right? So instrumental mix very much on point. Instrumental shining star. The melody's up there, but I think the drums are gonna take the cake for me. I think the kick is so memorable, and I don't know why. You know what I mean? I just feel like the kick is so memorable. But I think we're gonna go drums on this one. So instrumental solid, definitely drums. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix. I love Jay's vocals on this. Um, but the mix itself, quality was good, levels were good. Nothing again super clashy to overbearing. Jay sits nice on the instrumental. Drums cut through nicely. Nothing that really like tweaked me out, right? And I love that like drowned out sort of feel on this track. So I think Jay did a really good job with the vocals on this one, in my opinion. Um, Vocal shining star on the other hand, gotta be the flow and cadence and delivery. This is some of the most like more so like confident that that we've heard Jay here on the show, right? So I think flow and cadence and delivery is definitely in order here for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely the drums. Vocal solid, definitely the flow and cadence and delivery. Let's talk about the lyric music video. So love the Kingdom Hearts choice for one, but the editing is what really takes this to the next level, right? Just the small things, the flashing, the transitions, and then like having the text on screen is just so it's just mint. It's fucking mint. The font, how Jay edited this, like everything is timed so well. Um Shining Star for the AMV, definitely the editing. Definitely the editing. You can tell that Jay took his real time with this. You know what I mean? And even like rolling back to their caption, right? My best AMV so far out of like 3 or 4. We haven't reacted to all of them here on the show, but this is my favorite one, 100%. The editing is out of this world, like really, really out of this world. Well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to the homie Jaden. Make sure you go sub to their YouTube channel, by the way. They're only 7 subs away from 100. That's a W fucking milestone. And of course, make sure you go follow Jay on Twitter as well. They are approaching 1.8K on the bird, my friends. So make sure you go show them some love there on Twitter. Of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 340 subscribers who upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and all loading and jazz over there on the channel. Make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. And if you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. So, we left off with the homie Jaded. Up next would be the homie Jordan, but we've already reacted to Jordan early on the show, so definitely go check out the beginning of this week's episode to see us react to Jordan. That's a W fucking submission. Up next is the homie Lil Teflon, a very, very talented hip-hop artist, came through with a track titled Don't Talk to Me. Now, I think last week was like the first time that we heard from Lil Teflon in quite some time, and they submitted a fucking banger, so I have no doubt that this one is going to be right up there with it. 2026, so brand spanking new right off the press for the new year. I'm down. Let's see. Let's pop open a new tab. Let's see what we got here. 2026, brand spanking new, my friends. It just dropped. I'm down. Absolutely down. All right. W cover as well. Simple but effective. You know what I mean? Let's get into it. Lil Teflon, Don't Talk to Me.
Don't wanna talk if it ain't about the money. Stomach grinding cause I'm hungry. Yeah. Never cared where the haters say cause they ain't the way. You know that? Yeah. I think I'm coming down with the flu cause I'm sick of these niggas. Let me talk to 'em. Yeah, look.
He's crazy.
They say I can't have it all. I tell them they dead wrong. Never mess up Wild West. Gotta keep my head strong, improving every year. I get better with the next song. Ain't got no time to waste. So don't have me waiting too long. They hate it when I'm confident. They rather me be shy and timid. I say I'm the chosen one. I can feel it in my spirit. Can't stay down forever, little bro. Cause the sky the limit. He like, what you mean? Can you be a little more specific? Get it out the mud. I ain't asking for no handout. They following trends. I'm the only one that stand out. They try to make it feel better about what we don't have. That's what made niggas really wanna rob and live fast. Check the weather forecast. It's gonna be a quiet storm. Better grab your coat, baby girl, so you can stay warm. Yeah, this ain't Mob D, but I'm still causing havoc. They bring me the money, cause I gotta have it. You a silly rabbit, yeah. But I ain't tricking the kids, I'm tricking the pigs. The curious to know how I live. Yeah.
Damn.
But they won't find out. This guy stay off the radar. Fuck around, end up in the graveyard. Yeah, I got a strong mind, so the game is all mine. So play by the rules, and you will never lose. I'm steady making moves, I ain't got shit to prove. He was off the plate, or become the fool. Don't talk to me if you gotta lie to me. Don't talk to me if you won't ride for me. Don't talk to me if you gotta steal from me. Don't talk to me if you can't keep it real with me. Don't talk to me if you can't chill with me. Don't Don't talk to me if you won't kill for me. Don't talk to me if you won't clap for me. Don't talk to me if you can't stack with me. Don't talk to me if you got a lot of me. Don't talk to me if you won't ride for me. Don't talk to me if you gotta steal from me. Don't talk to me if you can't keep it real with me. Don't talk to me if you can't chill with me. Don't talk to me if you won't kill for me. Don't talk to me if you can't clap for me. Don't talk to me if you won't stack with me. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I don't wanna hear nothing. Don't talk to me. I don't wanna hear nothing. Don't talk to me.
Killed it. Absolutely fucking killed it. I love this one, man. I love this one. Teflon literally fucking destroyed that. Holy shit. Lots of really good writing in there too. Very honest track. Very honest. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. We're gonna talk about three things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're gonna talk about vocals. Talk about the overall theme of "Don't Talk to Me." So, let's talk instrumental. I love the choice out of Teflon here. I feel like he just knew that he was gonna slide on this, right? I love the choice. Has a good like gritty feel too. A good like East Coast kind of sound, right? But I love the choice. Instrumental mix solid. Instrumental mix very solid. Nothing like super clashy, too overbearing, or anything that like kind of like tweaked me out, especially like with the vocal sample. I felt like the mix was great on this for sure. So definitely no gripes with the mix at all. Definitely not. So instrumental mix solid. Instrumental shining star. Truthfully, I kind of want to go drums, but the structure's up there for me too. But damn, those drums are mean, man. I like the drums a lot. And you know, the sample's pretty up there, but I think for the instrumental, I think we're gonna go drums here for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely the drums. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix again, fantastic. Levels are good, quality's good. Vocals sit nice in the instrumental, drums cut through nicely. Nothing that like really tweaked me out, especially like with like Lil Teflon's like past few submissions. They've been great, including this one. So definitely no gripes with the vocal mix, definitely not. Vocal shining star, on the other hand, got to be the writing. Although the flow and cadence and delivery is up there for me too. I feel like Teflon was like really confident on this track. I mean, they always sound confident, right? But this one in particular, I do like the flow and cadence and delivery. But for this one, let's go writing lyrics though. Let's go writing lyrics for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely the drums. Vocal solid, definitely the writing and lyrics. Let's talk theme. Aesthetics. Simple but very effective cover, right? Take like the IRL photo and then chop it up with some graphic design sort of skills, right? Just to freshen it up a bit, and then you get the parental advisory. Don't talk to me, Lil Teflon. Again, it's simple and straight to the point, but very effective for a single. So aesthetics definitely on point. Overall theme, Don't Talk to Me. Again, a relatively obvious theme here, right? But Lil Teflon is like really speaking facts on this and kind of talking about loyalty and, you know, what it means to them and what their guidelines are to be around them. And if you can't really match Lil Teflon's energy, then you might as well just kick the fucking bucket. You know what I mean? So, great theme here. Great execution. I like this one a lot. Well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to the homie Lil Teflon. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. Make sure you go follow them on Spotify, by the way. And make sure you go follow Lil Teflon on Twitter as well. They're only 3 followers away from 610, so make sure you go show them some love on the Bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 340 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a lot of good jazz over there on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love, baby. And if you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. Alright, my friends, we left off with the homie Lil Teflon. Great submission out of Teflon there. Up next is the homie Offspring Mysterious, a multi-talented producer, designer, writer, editor, engineer, all the above. Offspring Mysterious came through with Repost Exchange Takeover, a new YouTube upload. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm down. Pop this open, a new tab. Let's see what we got. Let's see here. Alright, so 720. 1 month ago, brand spanking new, so we have not reacted to this one. My thanks to Repost Exchange for helping my music career grow. This is a list of songs that were charted on their website, and I've been using them for 6 years, and they're the best website to help promote your SoundCloud. Click on my link and I'll get you 50 credits for signing up. Love that, Offspring. A little self promo in there. I like that. I like that. Let's get into it. Offspring is serious. Repost Exchange takeover. Look at this thumbnail too. Number 35, number 28. Let's go. For you. Sick. New Music Monday is all to celebrate. Let's get it, Heavy. Much love, my friend. Welcome on in. Let's get it, baby. Fancy DM charts. Song total 5. Okay. So we're getting the good stats here. I'm down. Lowest is 38. Time chart 1. That's sick. Highest is 29. That's sick as fuck. What? It's actually a really, really good video. I like this idea a lot. Ice was 17. Breakdance interlude. Sweet. Only one on hip hop and urban, which is kind of surprising, but not really. $35. I mean, shit, top 40 is still pretty good. Huh. Ice is 28. Fire. Ice was 22. Holy shit. This is probably crazy to edit too. good stats here. That shot is sick. Pop rock. I'm down. $32. Well, 31. Best of the rest? Wait, so holy shit. Ice was number 1. Wow. That's fire. Lowest was 35. The Fallen King. Highest was 20. Hmm. 33. Top 40. Lots of really good stats here, man. banger. We've definitely heard at least all of these at least once, for sure. Thank you, Repost Exchange, for changing my life. Let's fucking get it. Shout out to Repost Exchange, man. Link description, baby. Well done. All this wouldn't be possible without you. Damn right. That's sick. Shout out Repost Exchange, man. Not sick of the charts. Happy New Year's. Let's fucking get it, Offspring. Well done. Well done. Great concept, great execution. Definitely was probably annoying to edit, for sure. Well, not annoying, but definitely like tedious to edit, I would say, right? Well done. Absolutely well done. Great concept, great execution. Shit. And again, shout out to Repost Exchange, man. It's dropped on New Year's Eve too, by the way, which is sick. Shining Star here, I would say the editing definitely, but outside of that though, for being honest, the Shining Star here, probably the concept. I like Offspring just kind of showing some love to Repost Exchange and then showing off their stats and everything that they've accomplished because of Repost Exchange, right? So, well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to the homie Offspring Series. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. Make sure you go sub to Offspring's YouTube channel. They finally hit 250. Congratulations. They're only 10 away from 260 now, so make sure you go show them some love there on the tube, man. Of course, make sure you go follow Offspring Series on Twitter as well. They're only 10 followers away from 820, so make sure you go show them some love in the Bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 340 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a lot of good jazz over there on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists and show them some love, baby. Let's get it. If you already have, thank you, my friends. Alrighty, you guys know the drill, man. We're about halfway through the show, so we're going to take a quick commercial break. I'm going to need all you guys to get up, go stretch your legs, go get a snack, maybe go walk the dog, maybe go on a smoke break or anything like that. And when we return, we're going to dive right back into the rest of our submissions. So don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Music Mondays Podcast, episode 263. Hope you had a good break, but let's dive right back into the rest of our community submissions. So, up next is the homie JT Vion. Now, it's been a while since we heard from the homie JT, man. I think like since 2025 or like early 2025, but a very, very talented multi-genre artist came through with a track titled Die Again. Pop it over to a new tab. We'll see what we got here. I'm down. Now, I know JT had reached out and said they wanted us to react to this on the show, so here we are. I'm down. Well, let's dive into it. JT, Die Again. Let's go.
Depression's kicking in. Damn, I wanna die again. I'm drinking liquor and I'm mixing with the medicine. Never mind, cause I won't pick up the pills again. The bullets loaded in, yeah, the bullets loaded, going on the left side of my brain. In the mirror as the tears run down my face. Cry to God as it's getting hard to concentrate. Damn, I fucking hate this place. All I fucking know is
Love this.
don't text my phone cause I don't wanna socialize. Social gatherings, but I don't have social eyes. I don't wanna see the light, surrounded by the darkness as I fight to make it through tomorrow.
Wow. Powerful. Very powerful. With tracks like these, man, like it's just honestly like for like your own mental sometimes, like sometimes you just got to get those feelings out, and that's very much what JT was doing here. So let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. We're gonna talk about three things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're talking about vocals. We're talking about the overall theme of Die Again. So, instrumental, simple, straight to the point. Love it. Acoustic melody, fantastic. Levels were good. Quality was good. Nothing that like really tweaked me out. Right. Very simple, but very, very powerful. So yeah, no real gripes with the instrumental. Definitely not. Definitely not. Instrumental Shining Star, on the other hand, obviously the melody. The melody brings a lot of the mood here for sure. So definitely the melody, 100%. So instrumental solid. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix. Love the vocal mix on this. You could tell that JT or the engineer spent a lot of time on this because they're very crispy, very honest. I love the effects on them. You know what I mean? Levels are good, quality is good. So no real gripes with the vocal mix either. I think the vocal mix is fantastic. Vocal Shining Star. The writing's up there for me. It's very honest writing. But the flow and cadence and delivery is fantastic too. I love how this is delivered and presented. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to go writing and lyrics on this one, man. Very honest writing, very honest, raw, and real writing. So, instrumental solid, definitely the melody. Vocal solid, definitely the writing and lyrics. Let's talk theme. Aesthetics are insane. This cover is fucking phenomenal. I love the quality of it. And then the self-portrait of JT on it is just so detailed. It's fucking great. And then like the cabin in the bottom left next to him. Just so many small things about this. It has like a good like scrapbook kind of vibe to it. You know what I mean? So aesthetics absolutely on point. Love this cover. Love this cover. Overall theme, Die Again. I mean, like I said, music is therapy for most artists, right? And sometimes, you'll be going through stuff emotionally in your real world. And one of the healthiest ways to actually get it out is to put it on paper and sometimes actually record a song out of it. You know what I mean? And that's what JT was doing here. Just honest, raw, real feelings. You know what I mean? And every artist needs to do this every once in a while just for their own mental clarity and get some stuff off their chest, right? So, well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to the homie JT. Make sure you go follow them on Spotify, by the way. Thank you so much for the submission. And of course, make sure you go follow JT on Twitter as well, by the way. They're approaching 5.2K on the Bird app, my friend. So make sure you go show them some love on Twitter. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 300 and 40 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good jazz over there on the channel. Make sure you go show these artists and channels some love, baby. Let's get it. If you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. So, let's see. Left off with the homie JT. Up next is the homie Braden, a multi-genre talented artist and producer. Came through with track 8 of their recent project that we've been diving through here on the show. And this is track 8, Get It. Track 8 with Worry. Okay. Now, this project has been fantastic. We've reacted to the previous 7 here on the show over the last few weeks. And I have no doubt that this track will be right back up there with everything that we've heard so far, right? For sure. Some love in the comments as well. Perfect. Let's get into it. Braden, Worry, let's get it.
Too real, say what I mean and I fucking meant it, Either way I stay boofed up, I'm smoking lettuce, Either way I still get cheese, I'm stacking feta, She hit me up, she tryna fuck, I do it better, Got the cold shoulder, set her on fire, said fuck a sweater, Blocked everywhere, won't hit me back, but I won't sweat it, Used to be 2, but now it's 3 joints. Shawty, she been on my tip, she tryna get some points. All these bitches never making sense, cause I don't see coins. Let me join. I've been tryna smoke no plates, I'm free, boy. And all the smoke have been turning into a routine. Too mean, but I've been going crazy, moves are too clean. Know a few freaks, I've known them for a year, but they been new me. I feel like I'll go crazy without the loose leaf. But this shit hard to turn down, it makes me feel chill. And this shit real as fuck, there's nothing with that real feel. I smoke up and I lock in, make some real bills. Every time that I've been feeling sober, I'm a real. Told them all if I want a bag, then I'ma get it, Make a song, I told them all if they got the message, I'm too real, say what I mean and I fucking meant it, Either way I stay boofed up, I'm smoking lettuce, Either way I still get cheese, I'm stacking feta, She hit me up, she tryna fuck, I do it better, Got the cold shoulder, set her on fire, said fuck a sweater, Blocked everywhere, won't hit me back, but I won't sweat it,
Feel like everyone gon' show support if they benefit. Braden sent some shit, cause he know I slide to handle it. Lately I've been working motivation like my will to live, cause I wanna be something when they start to light those candle wicks. Anakin, finna beat a track with no manners, then you understand. Finna bleed it, my name set up on that stand. Papa can't pop condoms, this Papa finna pop your mans. Plot of land, claim it, or the posse finna crop your ranch. And I can't take away from friends or fucking family. Finally I found my fire, find it where I'm supposed to be. Hopefully heavens above won't ever corner me. 40 deep, bitch, I'm with Braden, he finna drop the beat.
Told them all if I want a bag, then I'ma get it,
Crazy.
Make a song, I told them all if they got the message,
That was awesome.
Too real, say what I mean and I fucking meant it, Either way I stay boofed up, I'm smoking lettuce, Either way I still get cheese, I'm stacking feta, She hit me up, she tryna fuck, I do it better, Got the cold shoulder, set her on fire, said fuck a sweater, Blocked everywhere, won't hit me back, but I won't sweat it,
Well done. Well done. Love the structure on this one, too. That was fantastic. That was fantastic. I'm not even sure. I think there's only one more song left, but this one definitely has a good, like, end of the project kind of feel to it. You know what I mean? Let's see here. So, yeah, there's only one more track on this project, which is crazy. But, yeah, that's a good placement. That's a really, really good placement. Yeah. It definitely starts, like, winding down the project. You know what I mean? But let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. We're going to talk about 3 things here. We're going to talk about the instrumental, talk about vocals, talk about the overall theme of Get It. So, instrumental, love the choice. A very kind of laid back, almost jazzy, noir type of feel, right? But the mix is great. Nothing super clashy, too overbearing, or nothing that really kind of like tweaked me out. You know what I mean? Levels are good, quality was good, levels are good, like I said. Nothing that like, you know, really kind of threw me off. You know what I mean? Instrumental Shining Star. Structure's up there for me. Melodies for sure. Drums definitely. Man, you could argue a few things here, to be honest with you. But I think we're gonna have to go with the melodies here for sure. I think they set the mood heavily, definitely. So instrumental solid, definitely the melodies. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix for both of these individuals are great. Nothing super clashy to overbearing. I like this transition from the verses. Levels are good, quality's good. Braden has a really stellar mix on this one. Nothing that really tweaked me out too much, right? So vocal mix very much on point for both of them. Vocal shining star. Probably the writing and lyrics for both of them. I think they both wrote their ass off on this, especially Worry. So yeah, let's go writing and lyrics for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely the melody. Vocal solid, definitely the writing and lyrics. Let's talk theme, aesthetics. So I spoke about this cover a few times already, but again, love the blue kind of filter and the blue theme that Braden has been rocking with over the last like couple of months or so, right? And you guys know how I feel about the IRL photos as well. So this brings a lot of that together, and I think it definitely screams project to me. So I think Braden did a good job kind of cooking this one up 100%. Simple, but again, very effective. I like it a lot, for sure. So aesthetics on point. Overall theme, get it. It's a very like motivational kind of track, you know what I mean? Keep your head up sort of stuff, and I think they both blend really well together. Braden and Wary, right? I definitely think they both blended really well together. And I think they both did a really good job kind of explaining it from their POV and kind of having a little bit more of like a motivational kind of theme here for sure. So well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to Naomi Braden. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. Make sure you go follow them on SoundCloud, by the way. They are 3 followers away from 390. So make sure you show them some love in the cloud. Of course, make sure you go follow Braden on Twitter as well. They're only 8 followers away from 30. So make sure you go show them some love in the bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 330 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday, full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good jazz over there on the channel. Make sure you go show these artists and the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. And if you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. So, let's see. We left off with Homie Braden. Up next is Homie Heavy Metaphors, a multi-genre talented producer, came through with a track titled Every Night. My brother's new album. I produced this one. I'm down. I'm absolutely down. It's been a while since we heard from Heavy Metaphors, man. This is a Music Mondays veteran here for sure. They've been submitting to the show for quite some time. So, definitely very cool to see them in our submissions tonight. Let's go see what Heavy has been up to here. All right. Every Night. Let's see. Rush from birth to death. That's insane. Holy shit. 21 track album, eh? Track 11. Every Night. Produced by Heavy Metaphors. All right. I'm down. Let's get into it. Deftone. Every Night. Let's go.
Dopamine, dope, I mean, hope I little crutches cause I'm broken. I'm 22 and I didn't know what to do. All I know is how to spit a flow and kick it with my crew. Crispy bacon, get you faking, he gon' leave you bitches aching. Watch him turning red like the G2, Ronald Reagan. Prime deal, hit you with precision that you won't feel. Cutting like decade old, folded cold steel. Just because you got diamonds on your neck doesn't mean you won't get handed disrespect. You like to flex with all the light that you reflect, but the lights are turning off when I connect with the left. Yeah, we do this every night. Everybody feeling right. Don't wanna brawl, don't wanna fight. Just wanna kick it tight. Yeah, we do this every night. Everybody feeling right. If you wanna turn it up, keep on feeling up. I fight all my life just to right these wrongs. I'm fighting for the mic cause I've been writing all these songs. Kicking it tight as a turn and keep burning it like a wick. It almost knocked me out cause this shit hitting like a brick. I'm in the whip, pop the clutch, let it rip. Hit the gas, take a sip. On my dick's the only time I'm taking lit. Live fast, I young, leave a pretty corpse, of course. I'll be doing nothing of the sort. Self-destruction is the way I'm living. You can tell by my taste in drugs, guns, drinks, and the women. And you know that this is only the beginning.
Well done. Well done. Oh yeah. That was great, man. That was a journey too, right? I mean, so many different genres and sounds, and you know, they all work together like really well, like really, really fucking well. Um, let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. We're gonna talk about three things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're gonna talk about vocals. Talk about the overall theme of every night. Um, so instrumental. Again, a blend of genres here, but it has a good like electronic, fast-paced kind of feel, right? Of course, with heavy metaphors on the production, fantastic. I mean, mixed great, nothing super clashy, too overbearing, or nothing that really kind of like tweaked me out, especially with how much is going on in this instrumental. I think heavy metaphors did a really good job with it, and I have no gripes with the mix at all. Definitely not. Definitely not. Instrumental Shining Star, on the other hand, hmm, um, probably the structure, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the way that everything's structured out, and especially for almost a 4-minute track, I feel like everything kind of connects really well. So I think I'm gonna go structure on this one for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely structure. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix, really great actually, really really great. I don't think we've reacted to Deftone in a while, or if we have, it's been under a different name or something like that, right? Um, but for where the vocals are now, quality's good, level's good. Nothing like super super clashy or anything that kind of like really tweaked me out, right? Um, even the melodic parts were fantastic. So no real gripes with the vocal mix, you know. Um, vocal shining star, yes. Probably the hook. I won't lie. Although the writing throughout the track was fantastic, flow and cadence and delivery was solid, but I think the hook is what sold me. And I just think the flow and cadence and delivery of the hook and how melodic it is, it's just solid, man. Really, really solid. So I think I'm gonna go with the hook on this for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely structure. Vocal solid, definitely the hook. Let's talk theme. Aesthetics. Fresh, fresh from birth to death. That title's hilarious. Um, but fantastic cover, especially for a full length project, right? With like what 21 tracks on here. Simple, straight to the point. Uses that IRL theme, and kind of like freshens it up a little bit. And then of course you have Fresh from Birth to Death, bottom right. So again, definitely has a good like project feel for me. Absolutely. So aesthetics definitely on point. Overall theme every night, right? I mean, realistically, definitely a turn up kind of party song, right? And I think Deftone did a really good job kind of bringing that party feel that I think, you know, everybody kind of understands and knows, right? But it's a little bit more um modern and like fashionable, I would say, right? Definitely a good party song for sure. So well done, my friend. Well done. Huge, huge shout out to the homie Heavy Metaphors and Deftone. Make sure you go follow them on Spotify as well. Thank you so much for the submission. And of course, make sure you go follow Heavy Metaphors on Twitter as well. They're only 2 followers away from 930, so make sure you go show them some love in the bird app, my friends. Of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 340 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday, full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good jazz over there on the channel. Make sure you go show these artists and show some love, baby. Let's get it. If you already have, thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. Let's fucking get it, baby. Okay, so we left off with the homie Heavy Metaphors. Up next is the homie Most Dope. Came on a very, very talented multi-genre artist came through with another track off of their Shush full project. So I'm down. Came on's had a stellar 2026. They've been dropping singles, collabs. Lucy's doing great with the videos per usual. So Kimon's been really killing it at the top of the year for sure. And I think last week we reacted to track 1 of this project, which was Paint Her Face. I do remember this one. I didn't like Scary Bitches. Did we react to the video for this or something? Forget. I forget. I think we reacted to the video for this. If not, regardless, we're just gonna keep going down the line and just do track 2, just to keep it in order, right? Oh, I think we did react to the video. I'm not sure, but either way, we're definitely gonna dive into this one. So, all right, this is track 2 off of Shush. I mean, like Scary Bitches. by Most of Kimon. Let's go. Fantastic. Love this one. Let the beat ride out. Absolutely. Great. Absolutely fantastic. Well done. No, we definitely didn't react to that one. But this one, you could tell Kimon was like really having fun with this one. You really could tell. You could tell that they were just like in the stew. Like I bet recording this was hilarious. You just tell that Kimon was having fun on this one for sure. I mean, obviously they have fun on every track, but this one like it has such like a bouncy kind of flow, right? So let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. We're gonna talk about three things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're gonna talk about vocals. We're gonna talk about the overall theme of I Only Like Scary Bitches. So, instrumental again. Love the choice. Has that good like trap and B, plug and B kind of feel, but a little bit more specific. Like I say, Kimon has one of the finely curated instrumental picks for sure. Like the way that they curate their instrumentals and pick beats is very, very specific, and I like Kimon's flavor. When it comes down to instrumentals, right? So, um, like I said, I like the choice, but as far as the mix goes, fantastic. Especially the 808. Like the drums really shine on this one. And even just kicks off hot. You know what I mean? It just kicks off like super, super hot. So, instrumental mix solid. Nothing super clashy, too overbearing, or anything that kind of like stuck out as off-putting to me. Instrumental shining star, on the other hand, definitely the drums. It has to be the drums. The patterns, the sound selection. I just love the drums on this one for sure. So, instrumental solid, definitely the drums. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix. Again, fantastic. Fantastic. Quality was good, levels are good. Kimon sounds good on the instrumental, drums cut through nicely. The thing is with this one too, right, is like there's a lot of small stuff, like a lot of the ad-libs and a lot of the backing vocals are really well mixed too. So Kimon does a really good job with their vocals, man. Like I like their vocal mix a lot. So vocal mix solid, vocal shining star. Although the writing is fun on this one, I think the flow and cadence and delivery got to take the cake for sure. I think flow and cadence and delivery takes the cake on this one, definitely. So, instrumental solid, definitely drums. Vocal solid, definitely the flow and cadence and delivery. Let's talk theme, aesthetics. You guys know how I feel about the IRL photos. Great for small projects, great for singles, even if you just want to spruce them up, or even you don't. Because I mean, again, it's really always an artistic preference, right? At the end of the day, but I like Kimon's direction on this one. Simple but straight to the point, right? It definitely has that good like project feel. Overall theme, I Only Like Scary Bitches, right? It's literally right there in the title, and Kimon kind of you know, it kind of gives their take on people who are like just pussies, for the lack of a better word. You know what I mean? Like Kimon really breaks it down well and gives their thoughts on people who are kind of like fake hard, you know. So well done, my friend. Well done. Now a huge shout out to the homie Mosto Kimon. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. Make sure you go follow Kimon on Spotify, and of course, make sure you go follow Kimon on Twitter as well. They are only 7 followers away from 30, so make sure you go show them some love with the bird at my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 340 subscribers, so we upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday, full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a lot of good jazz over there on the channel. Make sure you show these artists on the channel some love, maybe let's get it. You already have. Thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. So, last but certainly not least, we have the homie Marco Pernice, a multi-genre talented artist and producer, came through with Funk You, the official music video, man. I am down. Absolutely. All right, now, Marco has been kind of bouncing around with genres and styles for quite some time, and we've reacted to quite a few different styles of Marco, so definitely down to see what we got here. So, let's see. All music and videos on my official channel. Love in the comments. Okay. Let's see what we got here. All right. 2 weeks ago, so brand spanking new. All right, I'm down. Marco Pernice, Funk You, official music video. Let's go. Has like a good funk vibe too. I love the clips. Reminds me of Roku City too. Nice little fade out too. Well done. Yeah, this was great. This was great. Chill. Has that good funk vibe that Marco is going for, man. I like this one a lot. I like this one a lot for sure. Um, okay. So let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. We're gonna talk about two things. Obviously, no vocals. So we're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're gonna talk about the official video for Funk You. Instrumental. Love this mix. Nothing super clashy too overbearing or nothing that really kind of like stuck out to me as off-putting. Quality was good. Levels were good. Marco has a very consistent mix when it comes down to all their instrumentals, and plus considering all the sounds that they use, right? So their instrumental mix, especially on this one, very much on point. Instrumental Shining Star, I kind of want to say melodies. I'm not gonna lie. I think the melodies take the cake here for me, for sure. Structure is up there too, but I think the melodies definitely take the cake, 100%. So instrumental solid, definitely the melodies. Let's talk about the official video for Fuck You. It does have a good funk vibe, right? Especially with the filters and whatnot. I think Marco did a good job with this edit. Shining Star here. There's probably the editing itself. I think Marco did the most with kind of like minimal clips here, and I think they did a really good job, right? And then like the other like city clips, and then some of the more like outside peaceful clips. You know, I think Marco did a good job spreading this out. But Shining Star here is definitely the editing for sure. So well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to the homie Marco Pernice. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. Make sure you go sub to their YouTube channel, by the way. They're only 7 subs away from 90, so make sure you go show them some love on the tube. Of course, make sure you go follow Marco Pernice on Twitter as well. They're approaching 1.5K on the Bird app. They're only like 3 away, so make sure you go show them some love over there on Twitter. Of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 340 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and all the good jazz over there. Channel. Make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. And if you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. Up next would be the homie TDG and Ghost, but they are Music Mondays patrons. We already reacted to their tracks earlier in the show, so definitely go check out the beginning of this week's episode 263 to go see us react to TDG and Ghost. But with that said, that does conclude all of our submissions for tonight for episode 263. What a fucking banger night, my friends. Let's close it out. Let's give some shout outs. Let's do all that good jazz. And I'll let you guys go. So, per usual, huge shout out to everybody that submitted, tuned in, and came through, man. You guys are fucking wonderful. Huge shout out to all of our Music Mondays patrons tonight. Huge shout out to the homie Jordan, DDG, and the homie Ghost, man. You guys are amazing. And huge shout out to everybody that did submit tonight for episode 263. Huge shout out to the homie Jaded, Jordan, Little Teflon, Offspring Mysterious, JT, Braden, Heavy Metaphors, Most Up Kemon, Marco Pernice, TDG, and Ghost. Thank you guys so much for all of your submissions. Much love. You guys are fucking wonderful. Huge shout out to everybody that came through and showed love in the chat tonight. Huge shout out to the homie Ghost. Thank you so much for the prime. Welcome back, my friend. Huge shout out to the homie TDG. Huge shout out to the homie Heavy Metaphors. Anybody else that came through and lurked in the field, man, you guys are fucking wonderful. Thank you, my friends. Much love. And of course, if you'd like to submit for next week's episode 264, submissions will be live Tuesday, February 10th, 2026. So make sure you follow us on social media to stay up to date. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that good jazz. And of course, you can find this week's episode on the Music Mondays Patreon tonight. And of course, you can find it on all audio platforms this Thursday: Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, all that good jazz. And then, of course, you can find it on YouTube this Saturday. But again, if you'd like to submit for episode 264, submissions will be live tomorrow. So make sure you follow us on socials to stay up to date. And of course, make sure you stream all the Music Mondays podcast episodes, anchor.fm/allmusicmondays. And then, of course, make sure you follow us on socials at All Music Mondays, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, Blue Sky, all that good jazz. And then, of course, per usual, I do stream 5 to 6 days a week, man. So make sure you come through and come kick it with the kid. Lately, we've been getting back to some Destiny. We're doing some speedrunning stuff. So lots of cool stuff going down on the channel, man. So make sure you come through and kick it with the kid. Of course, follow, subscribe below. Everything linked below for me and Music Mondays. And of course, I'll be live tomorrow per usual for a regular stream at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we'll see you next week for episode 264 of the Music Mondays podcast. It's your boy, Sam Slaves. This is Music Mondays. All of you all take care, be safe, and we'll see you next time.